Welcome to the Wakem universe, where fan theories come to life, hidden details get uncovered, and your favorite worlds get even more exciting. Let's dive in. What happens when two of the most iconic franchises in the world collide? The Pokémon universe, known for its fantastic creatures and heartfelt bonds with trainers, meeting the Marvel universe, home to superheroes, villains, and cosmic beings. It's a matchup that has us asking some big questions. Could Pokémon thrive in the Marvel world? Could Marvel heroes catch Pokémon? Would the Pokémon world even survive in the presence of the Infinity Stones? First, let's talk about how the Pokémon world could get pulled into the Marvel universe. The most likely way for this to happen would be through the use of multiversal rifts, similar to the chaos we saw in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or Spider-Man: No Way Home. Let's say the multiverse cracks open, and the dimension where Pokémon exist starts to overlap with Earth 616, the main Marvel universe. This could be caused by a number of things. The Celestials might accidentally breach a dimensional rift while experimenting with universal creation. Doctor Strange could open a portal by mistake, not realizing that he's now allowing Pokémon from an alternate reality to slip through. Or perhaps even Loki's mischief causes another rift where Mewtwo is pulled right into New York City. This would immediately cause chaos for the Avengers, the X-Men, and every other superhero team in existence. Pokémon, which were once thought of as mythical creatures in the Marvel Universe, would now be tangible, real, and very much present in their world. At first, the Marvel heroes would likely think of Pokémon as just another mystical threat, a new species to study, capture, or possibly control. But as they start encountering more Pokémon and their abilities, they'd soon realize they're dealing with something much more complex than they expected. These creatures aren't just wild animals, they're mysterious, powerful beings that defy the laws of nature. Pikachu would be seen as an innocent little creature by most, but its electric abilities would quickly prove dangerous. The Avengers would be caught off guard when Pikachu easily disrupts technology with its Thunderbolt. Iron Man, in particular, might think it's just a glitch in his tech, but then realizes, wait, this thing is charging my systems like nothing else. Charizard, with its powerful flames, could prove to be a real threat to the Avengers, especially if it were to attack a civilian area. Captain America would quickly step in to try to protect the innocents, but Charizard's fiery breath might be a little too much for even him to handle. So how would the Marvel heroes react to these newfound creatures? Let's break it down by some of their key members. Iron Man would try to research and analyze Pokémon as if they were technology. He'd create new gadgets to try and study them, and he might even try to capture some for research purposes. But when he faces a Pokémon like Mewtwo, whose psychic powers could easily overcome his tech, he'd be in for a wake-up call. Mewtwo could invade Tony's mind, taking control of his Iron Man armor, rendering him powerless. Tony would have to turn to Doctor Strange for help in understanding these mysterious creatures that seem to break all the rules of science. Captain America would find the bond between trainers and Pokémon incredibly inspiring. He's a soldier who understands the importance of teamwork and discipline. As such, he'd likely see Pokémon as allies, not just random animals. He'd be the one to defend them against those who would try to exploit them. Cap might even adopt a Pokémon partner of his own. Captain America's unbreakable will would make him an excellent match for a Pokémon's resilience, creating a unique bond between them. The mystical world of Pokémon would immediately fascinate Doctor Strange. He would see Pokémon as creatures tied to deeper mystical forces. Certain Pokémon like Abra, Mew, or Gardevoir would be of particular interest to him. Doctor Strange would quickly realize that many Pokémon are tied to magical dimensions, some even possessing powers that rival his own. He would likely forge alliances with them, especially those with psychic or spiritual abilities like Espeon or Lugia. His bond with Gardevoir in particular might see them combining their magical powers to protect reality itself. Spider-Man would have a blast with the Pokémon world. He's used to fighting strange creatures and foes with bizarre powers, so adding Pokémon to the mix would only heighten the fun. Imagine Pikachu and Spidey, two quick-witted creatures teaming up to take down villains. Spidey could use his webs to swing from Charizard's wings as they fly into battle, or have Squirtle help him take down a fire-based villain. He'd likely form a unique partnership with Eevee or Bulbasaur, helping the Pokémon train and evolve. And let's not forget Spidey's sense of humor. Imagine him cracking jokes as he throws Pokeballs while battling Thanos' army. Now, let's talk about the villains. What would happen if some of Marvel's greatest adversaries got their hands on Pokémon? Magneto, the master of magnetism, would see electric-type Pokémon as a huge threat. He could try to control them using his magnetic powers to harness their abilities. Magneto versus Pikachu in a battle of power would be intense, with Magneto manipulating the magnetic fields around Pikachu, while Pikachu might unleash a volt tackle that sends shockwaves across the battlefield. Dr. Doom would stop at nothing to capture powerful Pokémon and use them for his own evil purposes. His ambition to control the universe would lead him to find ways to harness the cosmic powers of Pokémon like Lugia, Mewtwo, or Rayquaza. Dr. Doom, with his genius-level intellect, would figure out how to enhance his own technology to exploit the unique powers of Pokémon, possibly even creating an army of mechanized Pokémon. Loki, the god of mischief, would see Mewtwo as a potential ally. With Mewtwo's psychic powers and Loki's ability to manipulate space-time, they could easily create chaos across the Marvel Universe. The idea of two devious masterminds working together would create the perfect storm of mischief. Mewtwo and Loki could even manipulate the multiverse itself, causing Pokémon to invade countless realities and putting the entire multiverse in jeopardy. Thanos could try to harness the Infinity Stones to control the Pokémon world. Imagine him using the Power Stone to enhance his own strength and forcing legendary Pokémon to do his bidding. Thanos versus Arceus, the creator deity of the Pokémon world, would be a battle that could shake the foundations of the Marvel Universe. The most epic part of this crossover would be the ultimate showdown. The Avengers, X-Men, and other heroes face off against the Elite Four, legendary trainers with the power of their Pokémon by their side. Could Iron Man's tech hold up against Charizard's flames or Venusaur's vines? Would Thor's Mjolnir be able to withstand the psychic powers of Mewtwo? Could Captain America's shield survive a hyper beam from Rayquaza? And how about the Infinity Stones versus Arceus' power? Could the creator Pokémon thwart Thanos' plan to control the universe? As Pokémon and Marvel come together in battle, the fate of the universe would hang in the balance. Pokémon would need to work together with Marvel's finest to stop universal destruction. In a world where Pokémon exist alongside Marvel heroes and villains, we'd see unpredictable battles, unmatched power, and unforgettable alliances. The potential for epic crossovers and wild combinations is endless. Could Pokémon give Marvel's greatest heroes the edge they need in battle, or would they be overrun by the villain's power? One thing's for sure, Pokémon and Marvel would shake the universe to its core. So what do you think? What would it be like if Pokémon and Marvel ever collided in the multiverse? Thanks for tuning in to the Wakem universe. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, peace.